Okay, hey guys, it is Haven, and this is the first time I'm going to be announcing this, and I am hoping that you guys are going to actually like what I have to say for this one thing. It's minor for you guys maybe, but it's pretty big on my end. I'm going to just start from the beginning of what I was going to do, like what I planned to do. The original idea was I was going to make a manga about a year ago, we'll say about freshman year. I was just planning on making a manga from scratch, of course. So I spent time just ruling, drawing, getting manga down to the greatest extent I could ever get it to. I used to draw and trace from Naruto. I used to trace from the bunch of different actually. I used to take Mashiro Symphony, Pekiro Sakusu. I used to be big into the romance anime thing. It was like a little thing for a while. And so, eventually, it came out to the point where I started to just draw on my own. I didn't need it. And that was this year, sophomore year. Not until probably September, end of September, that I started thinking of making my own manga officially. And the idea behind it was, hey, I want to make manga. I want to go and make it from scratch, and I want to be amazing. So, what I plan to do is make my manga from scratch, and I think on a personal scale, it will come out nice because I've already done a test run. The main character happens to be Helios Julius. No, he is not copyrighted. Yes, he is made from scratch. No, he is not referenced from anything else. I thought of him on my own. I thought of the name. I thought of the character style. I thought of his personal style. No one is like him. Personally, no one is like him. Because I spent so much time trying to figure out how the hell am I going to make my own characters. I used to be like, oh, maybe I could take a little of him, or I could take a little of him. No, I didn't. I actually... I'll put that there, my phone. I went from scratch and just went mindfuck, and I just made them, and then I just drew them, and eventually I went, hey, maybe I should make a female character now. And at the time, I was decent at making female manga, and so I came up with a female character, a little off of Helios at the time. They looked very alike at them when I first made her. I was like, yeah, they're gonna people are gonna be making fun of that in the test run. So over time, she eventually separated, and they started like this, and eventually ended up like this. So at the moment they're pretty distant, different personalities, different styles, and I actually liked how it came out. Now in the manga, the test run, I should say, the one that no one knows about except for the people in my district here, in my city. They all, that the people that have read it have noticed that the storyline is fast paced in the beginning and then slows down, and then I skip a little, and then I add backstory, and then I go back forward and slow it down. Because originally, I was just like, I need a test run, I want to, and then I'll just add whatever later. Nope. I slowed it down to the extent to where it'd be almost just like it. And of course, the main character is Helios. It's pretty much from his perspective. There's a couple of offsites of like backtracks and Hotaru's end. There's also a bunch of other characters. Let me close the cap. There happens to be Nanami, which she'll be introduced later on. She's not in the test run at all. I gotta start drawing her a little bit more. Ryuko, she's gonna be. She's not even a test runner. She'll be in later on. Minato, which happens to be used to be in the same squad as Helios and Hotaru that I made in the backstory. He's in it. Blaine, I was going to introduce him in the test run. Senna, she happens to be a servant, and I'll explain what servants are in a little bit. But from that, I have pulled together a bunch of information and fact And everyone's like, oh, why aren't you doing it? They're reading it left to right, up to down. I'm doing it comic style way at first, just so I can get the idea down. But they're all like, oh, why aren't you doing it manga? Your characters look alike. Nah, 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 nah. Well, you can joke around all you like. The minute I actually officially make it, it's going to be right to left. Ow. Just cracked my neck. I'm going to die here. Yeah. Crack my neck a little bit. But as it is, I'm going to be putting it on DeviantArt for you guys. Being that I do know that some of you actually do want to see it, but I'm actually quite impressed of how the character development is, how the storyline and the test run came out. Because a lot of them, just a couple of kids just skimmed over it, like, yeah, it's good, nah. Well, you know what, I actually care about what comes out of this, because if it's going to be official, like, beyond DeviantArt, of course, then what's going to happen? Like, I need personal opinions from everyone and stuff like that. There's this process of how you get manga publishers to look at you, and honestly, I'd prefer if it was good. And a lot of people aren't looking at it as if it's good, they're looking at it as if it's something just hybrid generic copyright. No, it's not hybrid generic copyright. There's two things I took. Two things that people will look at and be like, oh, he took that, but that's fine for now. I took Noragami. Noragami's like, I'm going to turn a character into a tool thing. And that's kind of what I did. I made it to where a servants are like people that work for people, but I don't know if I'm going to keep that. That was test run. And then I also took Sage Power from Naruto, which is a little subject like this that I made into this, because that's basically the whole bulk of it. Like, who has the greater Sage Power, the King Luminescence of this land, or King Luminescence of Asclair? And Asclair happens to be the dark half of the whole world. Asclair is one half. That was split between the Luminescence twins. Their father happened to be the King Sage / God. He could do anything. I made it to where he could do anything. I haven't introduced him, but I have created him. But, as it is, I'm also going to make it to where I want it to be God. I want the clan of Asclair. We'll put it that way, clan. It's not really a clan, it's more so like an assassin's guild made from Asclair. And I called them the Black Lotus. Black Lotus has a little symbol. You know what? I will sketch it out for you guys. Alright, I got a little bit of a blue pencil right here, and I just kicked it, guys. But not in blue, guys, if you're gonna ask. Some people are lucky enough to ask. And I'm just really fastly sketching it. But I can focus it. Eventually, it's kind of like 3 leaves of a plant with a black triangle in the middle. And yeah, but that's what they are. They're an assassin's guild sent out by Asclair to take over the land from Helios's father. And Helios is 19, about to become king when I'm going to make it. He becomes king when he's 21. So, but what might happen is that I might make the king. But that depends on how strong I make Helios, how strong these guys are. But as it stands, the Black Lotus is pretty good. There's 10. 10 was introduced in the test run. 9 I haven't introduced. 8 I haven't introduced. 7 I introduced. And more newer parts of it. 6, 5, 4 I haven't introduced. 3 I introduced in the backstory. 2 I didn't, and 1 is the leader of them. And I'm not going to do any spoilers. Spoiler alert, no. Um, most likely, I'll make it someone, like, really important, someone, like, insanely strong, that's gonna just kill them off, kind of deal. Kill off the king, maybe, just, like, let's take this land with a water bottle! But I think it's pretty cool. The backstory is nice. The smoothness of it is now good. The art style got way better over the course of time. Being that I drew, got used to it. And now I'm going to just take my time drawing it because I'll be binding it and then I'm going to have to scan it in. But I'm going to try my best to get the 23 chapters that I did in the test run done, edited, and redone in pen and ink, scanned in before June 11th, which is a Wednesday, and that will be the first day I'm going to publish for you guys. It'll be on DeviantArt. I'll put a link, I'll put an update video, and everything. You guys will be like, wow, this might actually be good, but I am aiming for astonishment. I'm aiming for uniqueness. That's why I made everything from scratch. The name of the manga I originally started, it was Halo, and then my friend I've known for like 4 years, he was just like, dude, you just like copyrighted one of the greatest franchises. I just went, it's not really the greatest franchise, but it's the nickname of the character, and he's just like, well, not happening. And I went, you know what, you're right. And then I went on to Love But War. I don't know why, it was just a temporary thing so I can figure out what I want to do. And everyone was making fun of the name. Oh, I love Butt War. Well, guess what? It was temporary, and I don't really like the name. I just needed something to cover up for it. So, in the end, I ended up making the name, which I'm going to tell you guys right now. But, I'm going to explain what came about. The iPod right there, I was using it, and I was taking pictures. Me, Tom Charger 70, my friend Landon, and Connor, and we were all making it's a project for English, a myth, M-Y-T-H, so everyone doesn't go Macbeth, okay, just so you know. And I've spent a while just working on it and getting it, and we were working on everything. It was like last minute, and we were like, oh, what do you want to name it? And I looked through Skyrim names, and I found one that actually worked. It was called Distant Horizons. And then it clicked off in my head. Today, I went, hey, that's what I can name my manga. And it's not copyright. It works. And it's got like that feeling in it. Because I can't name it Halo to nickname my character because of franchise. I can't name it something where people are just gonna go. I gotta name it something that's gonna hook on, and then my art style's gotta latch, pull, and get rid of the reel and cook it for dinner. Nom nom nom. So, idea is to bind everything, get it done, and I might see if I can get it published by someone. And it'll be money and time and yeah, so as it is, I spent a lot of time on it, just getting it set on the test run. We're gonna see how it comes out, the official, and yeah, I'll put a couple of drawings and actually no, I won't. I want to surprise you guys, because I'll put some pictures up on a separate video. But as it stands, you guys need to wait and see how it will come out. Like, if you don't have DeviantArt account, don't worry. You can actually go on it, and you can just look and see whatever you want. You don't need an account. If you do have an account, you could follow me, and you could see it every week. Yeah, it's a good idea. So, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Have a good day. This is Haven, signing out. Woohoo!